lads and gents, I'm Brian here doing another video for you guys, and this time I'm reviewing a Transformers Robots in Disguise episode. Now you're probably wondering exactly why I haven't reviewed a lot of the episodes for Season 1 and Season 2. For today's video we are taking a look at Season 3 Combiner Force King of the Hill Part 1. No, not that King of the Hill. Before we talk about the episode itself, I'd like to make the argument that I'm calling this Season 3, okay? I know people call it Season 4, but I'm considering this as Season 3. In fact, it was recently mentioned that this is considered Season 3, but people consider Season 3 to be the Starscream era. If that's what you consider, that's fine. I'm gonna call that Season 2, the continuation, or Season 2.5. For now, Combiner Force, to me, is Season 3, and I don't care who argues with that. With that out of the way, let's talk about some of the things I want to talk about. So it starts off with Strongarm and Sideswipe wanting to beat the crap out of something, because you know, for a kid's show, violence, okay. They're just wishing for some action, but be careful what you wish for, because a Decepticon named Heatseeker is like on the loose and he's trying to do stuff, I guess. Meanwhile, Rusty kicks a football, and my god, one of the minicons, I swear, probably has the best line. It's not the best delivered, but I love the writing of it. It's basically something to do with Megatronus. I'm not even going to say what it is right now, but it's so odd and weird that I just love it. Oh, and there's this crazy lunatic who lives in a trailer van talking about aliens. Yeah, aliens and Transformers thing. So Sideswipe and Strongarm soon discover that this Decepticon Stunticon is actually a pretty good driver. Oh, and also he has heat-seeking missiles that he can fire from a distance, and you don't even have to see him. You can just fire them behind a mountain and they'll catch up to you. So that's a thing. Speaking of Stunticons, there's something that I want to mention. Bumblebee says that he had trouble with Stunticons in the past. I wonder if that's a nod to anyone in particular. So Strongarm and Sideswipe have problems with the Stunticon. They call for B for backup, and B's like on marijuana or something. He's like, okay, dude, I mean, you gotta calm down or something like that. It's only one Stunticon. Oh, hey, look, there's like 5 missiles coming our way. That's a bad thing. Oh no. Oh, and did I mention with the missiles that this is taking place near a nuclear waste disposal site? Yeah, that's probably something I should mention. Will Rusty's dad be more embarrassing? Find out in part 2 of Robots in Disguise Combiner Force King of the Hill. This is part of a two-parter, but the episode feels like it doesn't necessarily need to be like that. Yeah, it's kind of introducing the Stunticon and whatnot, but it doesn't even feel like that big of a deal. While the Stunticon is a pain in the ass to the Autobots, I will give it that. I mean, this is only one Stunticon. I don't feel like it's worth doing a two-parter for this. I feel like they only did a two-parter to make it feel like a bigger deal than it really is, and to be honest, I feel like all this could be done in one episode. Spoiler alert, I did see part 2. We'll talk about part 2 later on, but as far as this episode is concerned, it's not that bad. It's pretty much average. You do tend to notice that Strongarm and Sideswipe's relationship has actually been improving. They've been getting along quite well. Although sadly, because of the writing and whatever, and because they have to, they're constantly bickering at the same time. So in one moment they're bickering, and then the next moment they're getting along. But at least they're progressing into getting along, and the scenes where they're getting along, I actually really enjoy. It's just the bickering is overdone, played out, and I'm just tired of it. I just want to see these characters evolve. I mean, Transformers Prime had a lot of characters that evolved over the time span of the show. These two characters are just kind of doing the same thing. But as far as the episode is concerned, if you guys want to watch it, go ahead. There's not really anything harmful about it, and it is interesting to see this new Stunticon. The writing is just meh sometimes, but other than that, I kind of like the Stunticon. I will give it that, and didn't really hurt. At least it's not as bad as the episode featuring Windblade about her getting trapped in a rapid even though she could fly. I really don't understand that episode. I should just say screw Season 1 and most of Season 2. I should just go straight to that episode so that I can rant about it. Oh yeah, and eventually I'll try to get to Season 1 and Season 2 and do reviews on that. As far as right now, that's my opinions on this. I give it 5 bumblebees out of 10. But the moral of the story is, always drive faster than the missile. That should be a saying, probably. I also wanted to ask you guys, how do you like this little setup? I know it's not perfect, I'm still trying to get at it, but I found this table, and I figured, hey, I could use this table for something, and so I did. Plus, also, I could just have whatever Transformer I want on this table. If I want, I could just grab a Shockwave and be like, cool, here's the Shockwave. Eventually, I will get on to part 2, as well as the other 5 episodes in Combiner Force that were released, but I haven't really seen the rest of them yet. The only ones I've seen is part 1, and that's why I'm only doing this review. But once I see part 2 and the rest of the episodes, I will do reviews of those too. So, stay tuned for that. I thank you guys for watching. Please comment below, what did you think of the episode if you watched it? Or, are you interested in seeing the episode, and do you like the setup with the table? I'll see you guys next time.